What's up, beautiful people? It's Toby about Wilson today. Don't mind my face this evening. It's not looking attractive at all. I've been stressed. Ooh. I wasn't happy this morning because I was supposed to go with my kids to the Nigerian house to sort out their Nigerian passport. But we made a kind of like, should I just say, a silly mistake. We were supposed to get their NIN. I didn't know that was compulsory. I don't even have it. But I thought, or the information we got was that, oh no, once one of the partner has it, that's fine. But unfortunately, so I thought my partner's one was going to cover for the kids. But they said, oh no, everybody has to have theirs. So we couldn't go, and we've booked this appointment since August. So we've been looking forward to this day. Even I've told the kids, my first one was like, oh, we're going to the Nigerian house? You know, this kind of like, oh, Nigerian house, what's Nigerian house, blah, blah, blah. So we learned that we couldn't go there today because they didn't have the NIN and they won't attend to them. And you know, and I know Nigerians, especially that kind of, you know, anyway, I won't say I know Nigerians because it's like their policy. So I won't say, oh, they shouldn't do their job, that they won't attend to us. And I'm like, how are we gonna leave them like 6 o'clock, trying to get them like 7, be on the queue, and at the end of the day, we won't still be attended to. You get what I mean? We won't still be attended to. So I have to sort out the NIN today for the kids and mine. And I spent 150 quid. You know, it kind of, money isn't really planned for.
I'm hungry.
And but it is what it is. So after that, I came back home. Then I have to go out bring my son to for sports activity. And this is where I am. I'm doing a video, whatever. Let me put my light. Sit down there and eat it. Sit down there. Oh yeah, so while we are waiting, I'm here with my second son, this boy. These children have shown me wonder. So this has led me to what I want to talk about, like my kind of childish thinking or childish kind of thoughts that I think I'm like, could it be what I said then that is now coming to reality? Or truly, if I look at it, do I really want to do it? And that is about while I was growing up, I grew up among boys though. So I've got an elder sister. I've got 2 elder sisters. Anyways, well, I grew up among 5 boys, siblings, immediate and after, you know, and because of what I experienced growing up, menstrual pain and that, I always said, I don't want to give birth to a girl. And I'm like, so now that I'm married and I've got 2 boys, I'm like, could it be because of what I said then that I don't want to give birth to, I don't want a girl? Not that I don't want a girl, because I'm like, girls' life is so expensive, so stressful, and I wouldn't want myself or my child, my daughter, to go through that kind of experience. So I'm like, no, I don't want to have a girl child because I can't imagine her going through what I went through, like in terms of menstrual pain and the ladies' life, girls' life, challenges as being a girl child. Then as a married lady, some things that happen, childbirth, raising kids. Most times it's the responsibility of the house, of the home, is on the lady, is on the woman. So, and I'm like, if I'm going through this, I have to do something. Like now, since today, I've been up and about, trying to sort the kids out on this, on that, and I've not rested. And this is like a typical example of my day. My days are already mapped out. A whole week is mapped out for one appointment, and the next day another appointment is already lining up. Like that, I'm like, and I'm not being paid for it. No, I'm not being paid. I'm not being paid for doing my job. Can you see how I'm contradicting myself that I'm not being paid for what I'm supposed to do? But it is what it is, and I have to move. So I'm like, so this evening as we're coming, I was like, do I want to have a girl child? Do I want it? Do I want this stress of, when you wake up in the morning, you have to sort out the keys, get the house arranged, do shopping, go for appointment. It's like an automatic responsibility that you just like inherit. That even if you complain, people will be like, why are you complaining? It is what it is. You have to do it. And I'm like, do I want to have a girl child? And she will be complaining, oh mom, I've been doing this, I'm stressed out. I'm like, do I want my child to do that? Because I'm like, men don't really do that. Men don't really stress themselves the way. I think they don't just take that responsibility. Women do it. They can assist if they want to assist. But it's like it's the women's own. I can't remember the number of times I've cancelled my shift because I've got to sort out some appointment for my children, or maybe they just fall sick without any notice. And I'm like, with the way this boy is feeling, I can't just leave this child to go to work, and I have to like cancel at the expense of my job without me thinking, oh, will this not affect my job? There was a time my partner had an accident, and for like a whole month I didn't go to work because I was taking care of him, also sorting out the keys. And after that 1 month, I know that I was really stressed, and I could feel it in my body. I was sick because I know I went through stress, and some things happened during that period that it cost me something. So I'm like, am I being childish with all these reasons that I don't want to have a girl because of that? And do I want to have baby number 3? If I want to have it, do I want a boy or a girl? Even though I want to have a girl, but I'm like, when I think about some struggles, stress, and I'm like, do I want my girl child to go through this? That's why I think I'm okay with boys, to be honest. They don't really have that much stress. And I'm like, if my boys grow up and they have girlfriends, and out of like carelessness or what's it called? Is it a adolescence kind of lifestyle, and the girl gets pregnant for my son, my dear girl, you go and take care of that child in your house. When the child grows up, bring the child. I'm not going to deny or say, oh, my child is unresponsible if my child says he's responsible. But I do not want to do that stress of saying, oh, grandma, no, you go and raise that child in your house. When the child grows up, bring the child. I can't be of help by sending you things, but I can't do that stress of not seeing. When you guys, if you guys are married, like you are ripe enough to get married and you have kids, yes, fine. No way you are still in secondary school or maybe like in the uni, and I know that yes, you're not ripe for marriage, you're not even ready, and you go get pregnant for my boy. You're on a long thing because you're gonna raise that child in your house. So those are one of my fears for having a girl child. If I have a girl child, and this girl gets pregnant at a very tender age, it's gonna be a worry. It's gonna be a shame on my part, and I'll be like, why did we do this? Because I'm like, so those are all my fears about girls. I'm like, if boys go out, honestly, you're not worried. You're not that worried because they're they're safe, they're men. For girl, you're always looking out, watching out, calling them to say, where are you? Trying to know they are safe because they are girls. So when I remember or think of all these things, I'm like, do I want to have a girl child? Even though I love to have a girl, when I see friends, family, or people around with girls, I'm like, oh, I cherish, I fancy them, I admire. But when I'm like, these beautiful girls they're looking at, their home wasn't built in a day. Go and ask their mom, go and ask their dad. The kind of teaching, the kind of like monitoring they're going to give that child just to ensure that child is safe. And I'm like, do I want to go through that space? I'm not a kind of lady that likes stress, even though I'm a very tough. People see me as a very tough lady, but in my heart, this is my heart. It's very, very fragile, very light that anything can break it easily. To be honest, I'm like, do I want to have a girl child? I don't know what brought up this idea to me this afternoon, because I'm like, yes, because I'm like, I'm a mother, and because I'm a mother, I accept, or even though I don't want to accept, I don't have any choice than to like do everything that comes with being a mother, caring for the kids, taking them for the appointments, trying to make them comfortable, while I don't even have my own life, while I have to spend my own life because I have children, because I'm a woman. Why somebody's son is somewhere sorting his own sorting his own life out, and this is me doing God's work. It's so funny. I can't cry, but I'm like, this is me doing God's work in another man's house, raising somebody's son's children. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Please, I need a comment. I need some comments in the comment section that, oh, boys always go after their children. These children must go after me. They must take good care of me. Since I got married and started having children, my sleeping partner, my sleeping pattern has never remained the same again. No, I can't sleep from night till morning without any interruption. It's either somebody's son is disturbing you. It's either somebody's son, big son, is disturbing you, or somebody's son's mini big son is disturbing you. You have to like stand up to go check on them to see if they are fine, to show maybe, oh, they are well covered, check their temperatures. And to the extent that I'm now used to that sleeping pattern, that any little sound, I'm awake, and that is the end. I can't sleep again. And I'm like, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? All just because you are a lady, you are a girl. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm not complaining. I'm only just mourning. Because I remember my life today, that Jesus, today, since I stood up from that bed, like around 7:30. Yes, I stayed in bed till 7:30 today because the children are on holiday, and this is around 6 o'clock in the evening now, and I've not even laid my back, and I'm on annual leave when I'm supposed to be enjoying my annual leave, and this is me doing God's work in another man's house, raising somebody's son's children, as if they are not mine. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I think the joy, those are what they call the joys of motherhood. I remember when I was in secondary school, when I was in the uni, we read a book, The Joys of Motherhood. When I brought that book to this country when I was coming because I love that book. That book will make you to be so emotional. You're going to shed tears when you see what women go through. So when I go through all these things and when I'm doing those things, I'm like, it's not just like a one day job. You see, go do it the next day and the next day and the next day. I'm like, the joys of motherhood, truly. I'm like, why do they even call it the joys of motherhood? Is it the joys of motherhood or the pains of motherhood? But I'm like, we just need to like make ourselves happy by using that word, the joys of motherhood. Okay, this is me. At the sports center, I'm waiting for my son. Where are they? Can't even see them. So, all right, guys. That will be all for now. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for your support. Thank you for always coming back. Thank you for tuning in all the time. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for pressing that notification bell. I cherish you a lot. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Wilson, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers and bye.